A very good morning, students. Welcome back to the class Hereditary and Evolution. Mundell was educated in a monastery and went to study science and mathematics at University of Vienna. Many others had studied the inheritance of traits in peas and other organisms earlier, but Mundell blended his knowledge of science and mathematics and was the first to keep count of individuals exhibiting a particular trait of each organisms. So this helped him to arrive at the laws of inheritance. Since Gregor John Mundell worked mainly on a inheritance of characters or genetics, he is called as father of modern genetics. Mundell laws of inheritance. Mundell used a number of contrasting visible characteristics of garden peas, round and wrinkled, tall or short, white or violet flowers and so on. Because to have number of variations in a plants he used the number of peas with the different characteristics. He took pea plants with different characteristics, a tall plant and a short plant, produced progeny by crossing them and calculated the percentage of all tall or even short progeny. Here, Mundell selected the pea plants because these are the kind of plants which have a short life, and even these plants can be grown in any kind of an weather, whether it can be summer or winter, or even it can be grown even in a rainy season. And even this plant also can be grown even in a pot, and within a short period of time more number of seeds will be produced. Hence the Mundell chose the pea plants for his experimentation. So here what happened, Mundell chose two varieties of plant. One is a short plant, another one a tall plant. So when this short plant and tall plant, whenever it is crossed, what happens later, he expected all the plants to have a medium sized plants, but to his surprise, what happens, he got all the plants in the next generation, that is F1 generation, all is of a tall plants. So hereby what happened, the gene which is carrying tallness, what happened, where the dominant characteristics, hence the plants which has been produced here, what happened, all the kind of plants were tall. Later once again Mundell what he did, he started to cross, that is for the next generation, that is for the F2 generation, he crossed the F1 kind of plants, that is tall plants and even another plants. So by that time, when to his surprise what happens, he got, that is three tall plants and one short plant. You can notice here, that is three tall plants and one short plants. This is mainly because the gene which is carrying the information of a tallness, what happened, which is dominant here, and the T which is a small t which is carrying a characteristic of a short, which is a recessive gene. Here we are having two types of gene, one is dominating gene and another one we are having, that is recessive gene. A capital T which is going to refer, that is dominant, whereas the small t which is going to refer, that is a recessive gene. So here always, not only in this one, a dominant gene is going to play an important role over which one, that is recessive gene. Whenever there is a dominating character, the recessive gene will be of a suppressed one. So thereby what happens, whenever recessive gene is suppressed over a dominating gene, that gene characteristics what happen will not be expressed in the next generation. Thus so see here, you can see a capital T and even that is a short t. So here tall t and even a short t. So you will be having all the offsprings will be a tall t, because here capital T is dominating over a recessive gene, that is a shortness of this plant is suppressed by which one, that is dominating character. And at the same way here, this F1 generation, whenever it is crossed in the F2 generation, you can see a capital T small t and capital T small t. You will be having the plants here, both you will be having capital T, that is both both the T's are dominating genes, so hence you will be having tall T. And in this and this, what happen, you can see one capital T and one small t. So it is indicating even you are having a small t which is a recessive gene, but these capital T it is dominating over the recessive one. Whereas in the next one you can see a small t, that is a short kind of a plant, because there is no dominating character here. Here both are recessive genes, so what happened, thereby they are going to express their characteristics. Thus, so whenever if we are having any dominating genes, what happen, it is going to reproduce or it is going to express its characteristics in the next generation over which one, that is recessive genes. So dominating and recessive traits. In this explanation, both capital T and small t are tall plants, while only a small tt is a short plants. In other words, a single copy of capital T is enough to make the plant tall, because this T they are telling capital, it is indicating which one, that is dominating character. That is why a single T or a single capital dominating character which is sufficient to express his characteristics, while both copies have to be that small t for the plant to be a short one. If a plant has to be expressive, so thereby if you are having any suppressive gene, means both small t, which is very essential for the plant to express their short kind. The traits like t are called dominant traits, while those which behaves like small t are called as recessive traits. So here dominating are nothing but the characters which are expressed dominantly, so they are called as dominant characters, and recessive traits are nothing but the characters which are suppressed by the other kind of a characters are called as recessive traits. So here, so in this one what happens, if you write a checkerboard, here you are going to have the characters such as 3, that is 3 is to 1, you can say that is 3 tall plants, and even you will be having that is 1 short plant. So you can say in the tall and short plants, what happen, we are going to have the ratio or Mendeleev's ratio. In a tall and short plants we will be having 3 is to 1, that is 3 tall plants and 1 short plants, or even you can say ratio 1 full tall plants and 2 ratio small t and capital T ratio 2, and another one that is short t. So you can say that is 1 is to 2 is to 1 ratio, or even you can directly say that is in F1 generation all the plants which are produced in the Mendeleev inheritance characters, they will be having that is what is the ratio, 3 is to 1. It is carrying only one characteristics, that is if any characteristics or if any other genes which is carrying only single characteristics, means they are going to have the ratio, that is how many, you can see that is 3 is to 1. So next one we have to go for, that is dominant and recessive traits. In the case of a characteristics which is carried here, two characteristics which are taken here. So which are those two characteristics which are taken here? You can see the example here in this one, that is you can see the color of a seed. One is full round color, and another one you can see that is a crushed one, you can say that is a wrinkled one, and even one seed is having green in color and another one they are showing that is which one, yellowish in color. Here they are taking two characteristics. One is round seed which is green in color, and wrinkled seed which is yellowish in color. So here they are taking how many characteristics? One round and another wrinkled, one characteristics, and another green color or yellow characteristics, that is two. Whereas in the first case what happened, we have chosen only one characteristics, that is a tallness and even shortness of a plant. So in this one what happens, we shall see now. In this, we can say that is the round green and wrinkled yellow seeds which are been crossed. So thereby what happened, you can see in this one, that is a green color and even round. So here capital R which is dominating gene, that is indicating round color, and yellow, that is yellow here by what happened, it is indicating that is which one, that is a dominating character, and the small y that is green in color, it is a suppressive gene, and you can say it is a recessive gene. And whereas here the small r that is indicating wrinkled, so round here characteristic, and the wrinkled one is a recessive gene, and a small y which is indicating green in color, which is a recessive gene, and capital Y which is indicating a dominating gene. When these round green and wrinkled yellow seeds are crossed in the F1 generation, all the seeds which are produced are nothing but round and yellow. Here why we are having round and yellow, you can see here a capital R and a small r. So capital R is dominating over which one, that is small r. So small r is nothing but wrinkled, because here by wrinkled seeds what happen, which cannot be inherit or exhibit their characteristics over the round one, because round is indicating a dominating characters. And if you take a color yellow and green, so here yellow color is a dominating over which one, that is green in color. So all the F1 generation plants whatever we are going to see, they will be having which one, that is round and yellow. When the same F1 generation plants are crossed, so thereby what happen, what are the types of plants which we are going to see. So this is a checkerboard. See here, you can see that is these are nothing but the characteristics, that is a capital R and capital Y, capital R and small y, and small r and capital Y and small r and small y. The same thing which are written here. Whenever these are crossed, see here, whenever these are crossed here, the capital R and capital R, so here we are going to write, and capital Y and capital Y. So here the seed which is produced are nothing but round and yellow seeds. And in the next one, the capital R is crossed over which one, the capital R, and the capital Y is multiplied with small y. So here also capital R means it indicating which one, that is the dominating characters, and why we are having, that is yellow and green here. So here yellow is dominating over green, so the seed which we are going to have, that is round and which one, that is we will be having yellowish in color. In the similar way, even here the capital R and capital Y and the small r and capital Y, here we will be having, that is a capital R and small r and capital Y and capital Y. In the similar way, what happens, we are going to cross multiply with these number of characteristics. Whenever these are multiplied, we are going to have the characteristics as shown here. So we will be having the ratio, that is a round and yellow, we will be having, that is 9 number of species, and yellow and wrinkled they will be having 3 species, and round and green we will be having, that is 3 species, and wrinkled and green we will be having only 1 species. So hereby what happened, we will be having the ratio, that is if we are going to take, that is 2 characteristic features, we will be having the ratio 3 is to, sorry, 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. So if we are taking 2 characteristics in the F1 generation, we will be having the ratio 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. Whereas if we are going to take only a single characteristics, we will be having the ratio which one, that is 3 is to 1. Thus, so what happens, we will be having the ratio according to which one, that is Monday leaves. In the F1 progeny, we will be having 3 is to 1 ratio, whereas in the second one, we will be, that is in the 2 characteristics, we will be having the ratio, that is which one, 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. So this board is very important. So it will be asked for the other number of examples also. So you must learn this checkerboard. So how do these traits are expressed? As I told what happened, there will be a specific characteristic features for the explanation or even for the expressive. So here all the characteristics which are dominating, so they are going to express, while the recessive genes what happen, they are going to express if there is no any dominating gene over there, only if the recessive gene are alone means they are going to express. Cellular DNA is the information source for making proteins in the cell. A section of DNA that provides information for one more protein is called gene for that protein. So how do proteins control the characteristics that we are discussing here? So let us take the example of tallness as a characteristic. We know that plants have hormones that can trigger growth. We have already seen that in which one, hormones. Plant height can thus depend on the amount of a particular plant hormone. The amount of the plant hormone made will depend on the efficiency of the process for making it. So here the genes which plays a very important role, thereby what happen, they will be carrying a particular protein characteristics. When these protein are synthesized, they will be playing a very important role in the explanation of which one, that is for the gene characteristic features. Consider now an enzyme that is important for this process. If this enzyme works efficiently, a lot of hormones will be made and the plant will be tall. If the genes for that enzyme has an alteration that makes the enzyme less efficient, the amount of hormone will be less and the plant will be of a short. Thus, gene control characteristics or any other traits. So hereby what happen, any other genes, if they are going to have a particular characters for the next generation, or if they are going to dominate, hence what happen, more number of genes or more number of hormones will be produced. If less number of hormones are produced for the particular characteristics, then that gene will be having that as recessive gene. So if the interpretation of Mendelian experts have been discussing a current, then both parents must be contributing equal to the DNA of the progeny during the sexual reproduction. As I have already told, during the meiosis, what happened, the characteristics from the mother and even father, what happened, they are going to play an important role for expressing any kind of a characteristics. Thus, so what happened, if both parents can help determine the trait in the progeny, both parents must be contributing a copy of the same gene. Thus, so what happens, here we can say that is a number of characteristics, a number of characteristics which are produced, what happen, will be playing an important role for the further continuation or for the domination of any kind of a characteristics for the next generation. So keep it in mind, always the dominating gene will be expressive, whereas the recessive gene will be expressive only if there is no dominating characters.